Welcome back to the channel. Today what I'm going to be talking about is the 2025 Mr. Olympia. And I know I'm a lot late, but it's still my opinion whether I'm late or early. And the stats are still the same. And you have Samson Dowdle, you have Andrew Jack, you have Hada Chupin, and you have Derek Lunsford. And those are the top four that was chosen to be the top four. That's how it ended up being. And you're looking at the front lat spread, and you can see that all of them in the finals tighten up a whole lot from the beginning of competition. And the thing about it is that some people are saying that they feel like Andrew Jack was robbed, that Andrew Jack should have beat Derek Lunsford and Hada Chupin. But the thing about it is that the most ecstatic guy out there is definitely Samson Dowdle. Samson Dowdle have almost perfect proportions. The only thing he lacks a lot of time is coming in with that real grainy detail that he needs, and he's able to do it from time to time. But sometimes he just I don't think he have mastered it. But you have Derek Lunsford, who came in, look like he's a little larger, and Hada Chupin went back to that granite rip look. And the thing about it is that Hada Chupin is smaller, Derek is larger, but Derek still managed to come in with some type of detail. But as far as the rip portion of this show, Hada Chupin beats everybody. And the thing about it is, you have the winner, Derek Lunsford. Should Derek Lunsford have won? It's a toss-up, but you know, again, the Mr. Olympia always go with the largest guy. I ain't gonna say the largest better guy, but that's what they always go for. And you look at Derek Lunsford, and his proportions are pretty much on par. He's just a little bit better than that of Andrew Jack, but neither one of them can compare to Hada Chupin. But Derek Lunsford beats out Hada Chupin because he's a little larger and he's still able to maintain some type of conditioning that's acceptable for them. Now, in my opinion, I feel like when you're talking about the way these guys are looking, I feel like that Hada Chupin should have won, in my opinion, in this particular Olympia right here. I believe Hada Chupin should have retained the Mr. Olympia, and I feel like because of all the strides that Andrew Jack has made, I think he actually should have beat Derek Lunsford. Even though Derek Lunsford is a little bit more in shape than he is, but you look at Andrew Jack clearly has the better look. Now, proportion size, Samson Dowdle gonna beat Andrew Jack out. The only thing that Samson Dowdle have that normally causes him issues is that great detail. But in this particular thing here, Andrew Jack, I think he should have been able to beat Derek Lunsford, because Derek Lunsford he's there, but I think that Andrew is so close to him, and you know, until it's crazy. But if we're gonna go from a conditioning standpoint, like, you know, Derek Lunsford, you know, they say Mr. Olympia's a one from the back, then, you know, naturally Derek Lunsford because of his short torso. It makes his back look a whole lot wider. But it takes more than just that to win. And I just like the aesthetics of Andrew Jack better than that of Derek Lunsford. Now, the proportion size, I prefer Samson Dowder because Andrew Jack, I think he's gotten to the point to where his shoulders are too large for his arms. And I think he's gonna, by him being long anyway, that's the last thing he needs is to, it makes him look wilder. And when you look at the guy is incredibly huge, but you still have to have your proportions right. Derek Lunsford definitely have his proportions right. So I prefer Andrew Jack being in second and Derek Lunsford third. But I can see why they would have put Derek Lunsford as the winner. Simply because he has real great proportions. He's filled out completely. He's not as muscular as Hada Chupin, but he has that. He's bigger than Hada Chupin, and at the same time, he still have some type of detail, and he have a little bit more. I can't even say that he have more detail than that of Andrew Jack. Like I said, they're neck and neck. But like I said before, the Olympia always choose the larger guy, and in this particular case, as far as proportions, sizes are concerned, Derek Lunsford have better proportions than that of Andrew Jack. Everything is balanced. You got to remember, Mr. Olympia is not about how big you are, but it's how it's supposed to be how aesthetically pleasing you are. Even though Andrew Jack has that dominant look, also Samson Dowder has that dominant look. Derek Lunsford is a little bit more in proportion than that of Andrew Jack, and that's, I can understand why they would make him the winner, and I can understand why they would put him over Hada Chupin. But I think it should have been Hada Chupin, Andrew Jack, Derek Lunsford, and then Samson Dowder. Simply because Samson Dowder, he's not coming in with that detail that he should come in with, and at the same time, he's came in smaller, which once you come into a certain size, they're gonna always be looking for that. We're gonna always be looking for that. So he came in a little smaller, but the detail wasn't as good as it could be. So you can't lose both. You can't lose the size and then also lose a lot of the detail. If he had the size, then I'm pretty sure he would have beat Andrew Jack out. And I don't see him breaking the top two, beating Hada Chupin, and just going by the way the Mr. Olympia judges thing. I don't see him beating Derek or Hada Chupin. With the Olympia, the way they choose people. But anyway, that's my opinions of it. Andrew Jack is at the top of the heat now. Samson Dowder, he is Mr. Olympia. At one time, he just got toppled over, but he's still Mr. Olympia quality, and I don't see him showing any signs of slowing up at all. And also, Brandon Curry, you look at Brandon Curry, this guy always have had issues with his legs and hamstrings and all that kind of stuff, but he did pretty good. And Nick Walker, whom have a lot of fan base, Nick Walker, it's gonna be very hard for him to be in that top four of guys, I think. simply because of the caliber of bodybuilders that are out there. Because every time you put Nick Walker next to guys who's more aesthetically pleasing, and there's more of them than it is blocking huge guys like he is. So it's going to be very difficult for him to win. Right now, I'm trying to get past this lung infection I got, upper respiratory infection, and simply because I'm still working on rebuilding my grandmother's house, and all the sawdust and the weather changing, it kind of got me a little bit. But anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And again, I'll be talking to you later.